Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Psh I Don't Know with Mikey and...
Mark, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, man. Have you seen what's going on in the NCAA right now?
No, I have not. What's going on?
So, the fucking NCAA, the FBI did an investigation into the NCAA for, like, all this corruption shit, and they have arrested 10 people, 4 of which are coaches. One is from Arizona, USC, University of Southern Cal, Auburn, and Louisville.
Okay.
Today, Louisville fired their athletic director and Patino, their head coach.
Right.
Dude, they're saying that there's so many more people that they have come in that they're going to be for, like, not like embezzlement, but for fraud and for taking funds and shit like that.
Okay.
So they're like for paying players and shit like that. So, dude, it's about to get fucking wild.
Oh, that's crazy. How many schools did you say were involved?
Well, there's 10 right now.
10 right
but
now.
There's so many more that are, dude. You can't. They've been paying. I mean, they've been paying players.
Right.
I mean, fucking Shaq was driving around in a goddamn Porsche when he was in college. So I'm pretty fucking certain. You're not allowed to have a job when you're a student athlete.
No, you're not. So you had to get that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, and his parents really didn't have money. So
Right.
But it's one of those situations where, like, someone's about to get busted. But they're talking about giving Louisville the death penalty. So in sports, the most recent one was 30 years ago. It was Southern Methodist University, SMU.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking gave them the death penalty for football, and they shut down their football program for fucking like 3 years.
Oh,
They
not good.
finally just started getting decent again.
Really? That's
That
not
was
good.
fucking 30 years ago. They used to be in not the SWAC. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the name of it's what's now the Big 10. I'm sorry, Big 12.
Okay.
So they were fucking right there with Houston and Texas and
Yeah, like
all
really
the
big schools.
Big schools, and holy shit, man, they're now in SMU's in Conference USA, I think. Or the AAC, one of those two. They're not in the top 5 anymore.
Right.
But or a Power 5. But yeah, dude, they're fucking talking about doing that. I'm like, they should have done it to fucking UNC a couple years ago because they had all those fake classes.
Right. Yeah, a bunch of players that are doing nothing.
Well, they took fake courses.
Yeah.
That no other students could take except for student athletes.
Oh, see, I wish that's one of those times you wish you were a student athlete going
Like,
through college. You don't have to do dick.
Hey, man, I'd love to be a part of this this university class because there ain't shit going on.
Like, no homework, working,
Yeah.
party all day.
I knew a guy who was a student athlete, and he said, "I ain't got to worry about fucking homework. Fucking they do that shit for me." I'm not gonna say his name. But,
No, but that's what happens. We
yeah.
all know that's what happens.
He's like he played for some Division III school too.
Okay.
So it wasn't nothing like big, and he really wasn't that good. But yeah, he said he didn't do any homework. It's like I'm certain there's fucking guys who do. So I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, like there's
that,
like
but,
decent individuals that are in there.
Yeah.
I bet the ones that I bet depending on which school you go to, like the several players that went to Harvard, I'm pretty sure they were doing their fucking
Well, you
homework because they're
have
at
to.
Harvard.
Well, the thing is, like Harvard, they don't do athletic scholarships. I think it's only
Academic scholars.
So.
Okay. Well, see, at that point, yeah, they're all doing their homework. They got to.
Yeah, man, fuck that. That's fucking wild, but yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see, man, because they've been paying people for so fucking long. Dude, there's so many people like looking at prison time.
Right. Well, no, and if they do the death penalty for all those schools, though, they're gonna have to redesign like what.
Well,
divisions
what a lot
there
of
are.
people are talking is this could lead to them going, well, fuck, man, these guys have been paying players anyways. Why don't we just legitimize it and just pay players? Which that's another debate.
Right.
Do I think that they should get a monthly stipend? Yes, because these guys aren't allowed to have jobs. So I mean, the argument is, well, they want food, they go to the cafeteria. Dude, how many fucking times do you want to eat at the cafeteria? Like,
Right.
I understand the food's fucking like they have world class chefs and shit making their food, so it's not like the goddamn
garbage.
you know, high school cafeteria. But still, like, if you want to take a girl out on a date, you don't have money.
Right.
Like, that's...
Well, NC State they had a Taco Bell on campus.
Yeah.
Inside theirs. That's pretty fucking
But,
cool.
but
they're not
saying,
eating Taco
but
Bell
like, dude,
usually.
okay. But let's just say that you want to go and see a movie. You can't
Yeah.
afford to go see a movie.
Right. Yeah, you don't have any, like, you have no pocket money.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, that argument, do I think they should be getting paid millions? No. Do I think that they should get a weekly stipend or a monthly stipend? Yes.
You get $300 a week.
I mean, dude, I don't fucking care. That's more than fucking nothing.
That's what I'm saying. $300 a week.
Yeah, legitimize it. So, but at the end of the day, I think that's fucking crazy. But not as fucking crazy as goddamn this. You know Dyson, right?
Yeah.
The fucking
Yeah,
vacuum,
the vacuum
company.
company.
They're developing an electric car.
That fucking makes sense. They're doing some really
Dude,
crazy
I'm
shit
sorry.
already.
Like, just because you make a fucking vacuum doesn't mean that I want you making my car.
No, they don't just do the vacuum though. They do this fucking. I was in fucking Best Buy today and I saw it. This fucking hair dryer. That.
Oh, dude, you're not making your case better.
No, it is. There is the case because the motor that they use in this fucking hair dryer for the size of the hair dryer, it's in the fucking it's in the handle. It's not one of the top ones, and it looks just like their fucking little their fan. You know the little Dyson fan,
the air blower thing. Yeah.
It's the same concept, just shrunk down, and they say it's capable of pushing just as much as the fan should for a hair dryer. So if you take that and you just use that kind of technology where they're fucking small ass motor, you make a slightly larger motor version of it, which doesn't use anything but electricity. That's a fucking easy car.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, okay, I guess I'm a snob when it comes to this, but I don't want my fucking
Vehicle made by somebody that makes like fucking vacuums. Like the fact that Mitsubishi makes TVs and shit.
Hey, and I don't drive a Mitsubishi, motherfucker. I'm just saying.
You wanted to. You know you wanted that fucking Eclipse.
Hey,
GSX.
Hey, I'm just saying.
All-wheel drive turbo, motherfucker.
I'm just saying. Like, fucking GT3000, yes, I understand, but it's... Dude, it's still at the fucking end of the day. Actually, I could fucking give you more fucking respect for the goddamn TV fucking people than the
TVs don't have motors, though.
Yeah,
at
but
least
dude,
the fucking Dyson's got a
it's
motor.
It's electronic shit, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
at least the Dyson's got a motor. At least
yeah,
they're
this
in
thing's gonna
somewhat
suck
relative.
up fucking air into the fucking.
Might clean the fucking air. Who knows?
Yeah.
Could see there's fucking
air purifying car.
Patent that shit right now.
Sell that shit to China. Well, China's
fucking
wanting
maybe
all electric cars,
yeah.
so fucking if you had a car that purified the air too.
What year was it? Was it
2020?
2020, yeah. They're trying to get rid of all of their fucking fossil fueled fucking cars,
Yeah.
which I don't see being possible.
Well, I mean, unless you make them super cheap.
You make them super cheap and you give a fucking big ass like rebate. Well, I don't know if fucking China does rebates like we do here.
It's a fucking communist country. They'll
So I
probably
doubt
fucking
it.
tell
They'll
you.
tell you to do it.
Hey, either you're fucking doing this or you're dead. Like it's not like North Korea, but
no,
it's still
imagine
fucking
the amount of
communist.
imagine because there's a lot of like mountain people in fucking China and shit. I was watching a fucking documentary. They call themselves mountain people. But no, there's like a lot
Get
of
off our lawn.
okay, they're southern fucking hillbilly mountain people. Let's
Hey
go
man,
with
I'm
that.
just fucking saying.
But no, there's like a lot of people like that where they can't afford really anything. So I don't see how they'd be able to like just trade in
Well,
and
what if
go.
what if they have a service pony? Can they ride their service pony into town?
Probably. Oh, speaking of that, I did say I would have an answer for that, and not the service pony part in general, but the fact of like what if for like people who need service animals.
Oh,
where
like
can't-
if they got to pick up the shit?
Yeah, they do. Yes, that is up to the person who has the dog or whatever animal it is. It is up to them to be able to take care of it. If they cannot, it is up to them to find somebody to be with them at all times to be able to take care of it.
You know what I would do is, you know, like whenever you go into like certain cities, like Charleston has it, and Atlanta has it, and like New Orleans has it, where they have those like carriage rides and
Yeah.
shit. You know that little thing that goes behind the horse's butt, so that way it catches
Put one of those
most of the poo.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I just have that little guy.
I think it's more so just where the fuck you're at, though, to be quite honest. Like, if you're in a high enough end area, I don't think it matters if you have a fucking vest on that dog or not. When I was in New York, and I was in I can't remember what the name of the fucking building was, but it was really nice. A bunch of really nice fucking, like, boutique shops and shit.
Mhm.
This lady in a fucking fur coat, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was November, it made sense she was in fucking something warm, but in a fur coat, walks by with her little ass chihuahua. It shits on the floor in the middle of the shopping center. And she looks at it, scoffs at it, and walks the fuck off like it was nothing. And I'm like, that's what class apparently looks like in here.
That's what privilege looks like.
I didn't know I was able to do that.
Just take a shit and fucking leave.
Oh my god. Yeah, she looked at it like it was fucking nothing. Like, yeah, I'm not touching that shit.
So by the way, yeah, you see that poo? I don't see the poo. So
It'd be like honestly, like it would be totally different if like she was walking the dog shat and then she just didn't realize the dog shat and walked off.
Speaking of poo, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I saw it the other day. It's maybe about a week ago. I don't know if we had talked about it or not. But in Africa, they are actually working on a way to use poo to fuel shit. Like not shit, but they're fuel stuff.
Fueling other shit.
But no, like so.
No, that makes sense.
The concept is that they take the poo. Oh god, this is fucking ridiculous. But anyways, they take the poo, they fucking put it into an area, they dry it out, they remove all of the poo particles essentially. They just leave certain aspects of it behind, and then they make it into these like little briquettes things, and you can cook with it.
Okay. That makes sense because I mean
it's like it's what they say.
It's got a lot of methane in it.
It cooks. So if you compared it to charcoal, which is the closest thing that you would be able to compare it to,
yeah,
it is. It cooks like for 10 hours longer. Oh my god, 5 hours. I apologize. 5 hours longer than fucking charcoal can.
Okay.
And it can cook for a sustained temperature for longer.
So that shit just keeps on going.
Shit just keeps on burning. And it for like kindling and stuff like that, it starts to fire faster. And like so, basically, they can reuse our shit and make food. And there's like this guy who runs a.
They're not using our shit to make food. We need to make sure that point gets across.
Well, I mean, essentially, yeah.
They're not
cooking.
eating the shit.
Well, okay. So here's my question though. I think it's a pretty cool concept. Reusing fucking our waste. And it's in 29 Palms, California, fucking on the goddamn base. You have the shit lake, and it's literally at the bottom of the fucking hill. If anyone's ever been there, you know what I'm fucking talking about. But at the bottom of the base, there is a shit lake. It is literally poo. We have to run the fucking PFT at that fucking thing. You're running the whole time. You're like, God. This is the worst fucking smell. I'm running faster. They're like, everyone runs faster down there. I'm like, because of the wind. I'm like, it's not the fucking wind. We're running around shit. We're literally running around a fucking big poo lake. So anyways, because the 29 Palms, California, if anyone doesn't know, is actually the largest military base. Everyone wants to fucking debate. It's not goddamn Fort Bragg. It's fucking 29 Palms, California for fucking mass and area. It's the largest base. But the Army abandoned it. Because they said it was unfit for military life, which means that the Marines went in and go, yeah, that's our shit. Yep. Unfit for fucking human life? Yeah, give me that. We're going to put some fucking people out here. They're going to do all their fucking training out here all the fucking time. We're going to station them out here in the middle of the fucking desert. Yeah, you know what's going to be really cool is there's not going to be shit nearby, so you're going to go in town and you're going to spend all your fucking money in town on liquor. The next closest fucking city is gonna seem like fucking the coolest thing in the fucking world. So you blow all your money there. Yeah. But no, they have a big pool lake. So what happens is you shit. It goes down to the lake. They fucking remove the shit. They fucking purify the water. You drink the water. You turn that into pee, and you fucking it's a circle of Savannah.
So you're drinking shit water.
Yeah, you shower in poo water. You drink poo water. I know a lot of guys who wouldn't drink the fucking water.
That makes sense. I probably wouldn't drink the water.
I drink that shit like.
Yeah, because you like eating shit in general.
Hey man, fuck, like, dude.
Wednesdays and Fridays.
Hey, it's what I fucking do. No, it's but no, the big poo lake. That's But no, my question, going back to the poo briquettes. But okay, so you know how like when people they barbecue and shit, they're like, oh well, this was this like, type of wood,
like cherry wood and shit like that.
Cherry wood, or like this is mesquite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it this is la poo poo.
I would imagine it wouldn't be. I would imagine they wouldn't even be able to pass that shit off as something to use to cook fucking food with. If everybody was like, tastes like shit.
You're gonna pass that shit off.
Yeah.
So many.
I couldn't imagine that it would give off like.
Dude, it's got to.
It couldn't be bad, or else they wouldn't be able to.
No, because you know, like when those motherfuckers who don't know how to make a goddamn fire properly. And they're fucking using charcoal, and they put lighter fluid on there, and your food tastes like fucking lighter fluid.
Yeah, well, there's idiots like that. I get it, but if they're selling these little briquettes to be like, well, they're this much better than charcoal, there would be a big ass sign next to it that says also makes food taste like shit. And so I don't think they would sell that well. People would just be like, well, the fucking charcoal burns half as long, but it doesn't taste like shit.
I'm going to go back to, there's a lot of fucking medications that we take that have a shitload of side effects. Like, so, if this is a cheap, we all know how fucking cheap we all are. Like, all right.
I get that. But I'm just saying, like, that at that point, that's picking, one fucking... Would I rather live with this shit for the rest of my life, or just fucking stroke out and die tomorrow?
So it's like our debate on which would you rather be. Would you rather be part B of the human centipede or part C? So it's the same fucking concept.
I'm telling you, I'd fucking... If it's between only B and C in that fucking concept, it's still C. Just kill me now.
Still C?
Yeah, because B is getting the literal shit end of the stick on both sides. If it's A through C, it's either it's A, C, and B. That's my fucking order of my human centipede. Of where I would want to be stationed.
So you wouldn't eat shit burger?
No, I probably wouldn't eat the shit burger.
There's this, it's funny because, like, so I think it's like every time they're always like when they're trying to convince people to like be okay with it, they always like grab like white guy, like just a white guy, like, hey, try this shit.
Typical white guy.
Yeah, they're like this like dude's like in khakis, in a polo, and they're like, here, eat this shit burger, and he's like, this is the best burger I ever had. Blah blah blah. It's like a fucking infomercial, but it was actually pretty educational. I was like, well, I like it. I like the concept of poo burgers.
It's a good concept if it doesn't make it taste like shit. Like if it does,
that's the only thing. That's
a terrible concept.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Is does it taste like poo? Like,
I'm telling you, I just couldn't imagine. We need to look into that one a little bit further because I couldn't fucking imagine that it would taste like shit.
Yeah.
I don't see who would pick fucking that over charcoal. Like, burnt twice as long, but tastes like shit, and it's the same price.
Well, it's like that fucking argument we had about people eating people and shit like that. There's a lot of people who would make that same argument that you wouldn't eat people in an emergency situation.
It's a fucking emergency.
I'd eat that motherfucker in an emergency. I'm fucking telling you right now, if anyone is on a plane with me and we crash in the fucking Himalayas and they're not going to come and get us and you die of natural causes, not by causes of my hands, I'm saying I'm not a murderer. I'll fucking eat you. But I'm not going to, I'll wait till you die. Because you're going to freeze first because I'm fat. I got insulation. So, but no, I'm just saying.
What if you're with a fatter person, though?
That's the thing, man.
Then you're killing someone.
Goddamn. Well, no, because see, if they're fatter than me, then they're like really obese. Like,
so they're gonna have extra health problems
I'm just like,
as well.
I'm thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh my god.
But it's I'm not that fucking fat. I'm not like goddamn winded walking down the stairs fat. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not a good time.
Yeah, but speaking of eating fucking people alive, or eating people. I saw online because when we were talking about that the other day, for some reason when I clicked on that article, now fucking Yahoo just thinks I want to read about people getting eaten by each other.
Makes sense.
These Russian people, husband and wife, killed or just got arrested, and they're suspected of killing 30 people minimum. That's what the bones that they found was for 30 people minimum. They said that there's so many bones that they can't confirm. But what they were doing is they were skinning people alive and then eating them. So what they'd do is they'd meet them at like a bar or they'd invite them over to like have a nightcap.
Okay.
And they'd give them the old Rufalin. And
Rufalin?
Rufno.
Yeah. The actual fucking name for it.
Yeah. But it's from that exact quote is from Ruhif, like the fucking dude from Human Centipede. It's like, what's in this water? Ruhifno, rape drug. Like, you're fucking creepy. Even if you do nothing after this, just
you're already gone.
You said it, fucking super creepy. But anyways, so they'd give him Ruhifno, and they'd fucking they'd technically be just passed out, and then they'd fucking skin them.
See, at that point. I think it's smarter to take like the Bob approach from Walking Dead.
Tainted meat.
Because
tainted meat.
This is gonna get fucking weird really quick. But if you skin them before you eat them, then more than likely when they wake up to whatever happened, if they are still alive, they're going fucking. That's shock. Like they're gone.
Well, dude. But here's the thing, though. I think that they probably died like
during.
Yeah,
more than likely. But if you get that one dude that fucking does make it through it and he wakes the fuck up.
That scene, okay, spoiler alert, I don't know why. But
3 years in the fucking making.
4 years ago this happened on The Walking Dead. But fucking Bob gets his fucking leg chopped off by these fucking zombies, and has the most gangster fucking moment because they chop his leg off and they're eating him. Like, oh, Bob, you taste fucking delicious. And he's like, tainted meat, because he had been bitten earlier by a walker. And you're like, oh, fuck, Bob, you got him.
That was my favorite. That was probably my favorite scene of the entire season.
I think that's when fucking... Is that post Rick fucking biting dudes' throats out? I think it is. Because they're not together yet. Because they get all...
Right.
Because that's right before they all end up in the trains. But, dude, that scene when Rick... Because the dude's about to fucking rape Carl, and then he bites that dude's throat out.
It's my favorite. That is my favorite
cuts
scene.
that dude's... just shreds him open. But, no, the next most vicious scene from Rick, Bearded Rick. I'm telling you right now, the new season's coming out. And I actually got some pretty cool news with the new season. But anyways, new season's coming out. I'm telling you, the thicker that fucking beard gets, the more awesome fucking Rick gets. And for me, I'm a bearded fucking Rick fan. That more fucking crazy looking that motherfucker is, the way better. Because when he killed those motherfuckers in the church, and just hacked them to fucking death, I'm like, even though it's an apocalypse, to fucking hack someone to death in a church,
you gotta be gone.
Like, dude, you're fucking no longer there. It's like whenever they walked into Alexandria,
right?
And he's just like, just looking around. You're like, God, this guy's a fucking animal.
Bearded Rick is probably the best character on the show. Non-bearded Rick is one of the worst characters on the show.
Because
he's a little bitch.
He gets pushed around by Negan and because it's like bearded Rick would have fucking killed Negan.
Well,
No.
Second bearded Rick.
No. Bearded. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Second bearded Rick. No, thicker beard.
Thicker bearded.
He would have killed Negan.
Fucking dude. He would have chopped fucking Carl's arm off too.
Oh yeah, he would have fucking.
He would have fucking
chopped his arm off for everybody else.
Carl's arm off and then slit fucking Negan's throat. Like that when we were watching that shit. That's the first thing I said. I'm like, bearded Rick would have done it. Bearded Rick would have chopped that fucker's hand right off and then killed Negan and smacked him with the fucking hand. Like, that would have been the most vicious fucking thing I've ever seen.
I would have... Yeah, they need to keep Bearded Rick around.
Bearded Rick is my fucking favorite.
Shaving.
Because, like, I know that they had to kill Abraham because of the comic book. Because technically, in the comic book, he had been dead for about, like, 3 issues.
Right.
Before he died in the show. But I think that you could fucking keep him around because the way
you can make a reason.
Because technically, the reason why the person who got his death wasn't even in the show fucking anyways. Sorry, in the comic book anyways. It was the heavyset nurse chick who was she was dating the one girl who was out on the road and shit like that.
Okay.
She's the one who got shot through the fucking eye with Daryl's crossbow. Because Daryl's not in the fucking show or not in the comic
at all.
Yeah, and like there's people in the comic books who have been dead for 5 fucking seasons.
Right.
So like, I don't think it fucking matters at this point.
I like how much room they've given fucking Norman Reedus with Daryl though.
Oh,
like,
dude,
letting him do the role how he kind of wanted to do it.
Yeah, but the thing is like. Okay, so I can't remember his fucking name. He's in the show now. He's one of Negan's boys. And they wrote his character based off how good of a response they got off Daryl.
Yeah.
Literally, it is Daryl
for Negan.
For Negan's guys.
Yeah.
But he's in the comic books, he's a good dude. He's just in a shitty situation.
Right.
But no, like literally the way that they drafted him, he had a crossbow. He had a fucking same goddamn vest on. And the way that they sold it in the show was that he stole it from Daryl. He stole the crossbow. But in reality, that guy is Daryl. They just didn't have a Daryl in the comic books.
Right.
So while Kirkman was writing the last, or like starting at, I think it was like comic book like 80. It was like season fucking 2 of The Walking Dead. So Kirkman's basing it off of Norman Reedus, so that's why he's in there.
Right. He wasn't supposed to have a crossbow.
He wasn't even supposed to make it out of fucking episode 2.
No, but yeah, he wasn't supposed to have a crossbow. That was part of a barter.
Oh, okay.
Because he, obviously, he wanted to, like I said, he wanted to get a little bit more control over his character and how he wanted to do it. He wanted a dog.
I don't know about the dog.
It would make sense because of his fucking background. Like, honestly, it would make a lot of sense if he had,
that's a hard one for me.
You gotta remember, like originally he was like a racist redneck
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that the character development of him more is that he's a loner.
Yeah.
But he lets certain people in, and if you're lit in, then you're like one of his like, dude, like don't fuck with this person.
Right, but see, that's why a dog would make sense over a crossbow. You didn't let the crossbow in.
Yeah.
You let the dog in.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
He's a loner with a dog. No, he's a loner with a crossbow.
But you were actually talking about this yesterday, and I actually read about it a little bit more. Is they're giving Negan, or they're giving, AMC is giving The Walking Dead 2 fucks.
Oh, there you go.
2 fucks for an entire season.
All right, you got to give one to Negan, like minimum. You've got to give one to Negan.
It's gonna probably Carl.
That would be funny if it was Carl, but who would I give that second fuck to?
I'd give no fucks. That's
see, at this point, that's why I wish Abraham was still alive. I would give it to Abraham.
Abraham, one of my favorite Abraham lines was when he's talking to Glenn, and he's like, "When you were pouring the Bisquick, were you trying to make pancakes?" And I was like, that's so fucking good. Like I don't remember that from the comic book, but I was
that's
like,
fucking awesome.
Damn, that's a good line. I like it. And I think that the way that they did it, a lot of people were upset with the way that they killed Glenn and Abraham.
Getting smashed into the fucking ground.
I liked the twist that they did on it because everyone assumed it was Glenn. The fucking POV shot that they show, they just assumed it was Glenn. There was a lot of debate because of the way that angle wise, the way he was looking and all that shit.
Yeah.
And height, you know, they were like, oh, from his height and shit like that, they could tell. But everyone assumed because Glenn died in the comic book that he would die. And then when you saw it was Abraham, there's that moment where you're like, oh fuck, dude, that's an awesome fucking twist. They're gonna save fucking Glenn because they had that fake out death earlier. So everyone's like, why would they fucking kill Glenn after they had that fake out death when the guy fell on him and he got eaten and shit? But I was like, that's a fucking cool. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh fuck, like that's fucking awesome.
I was hoping it was gonna be Carl.
No, you can't kill Carl.
Yes, you can kill Carl because that's when Bearded Rick goes fucking off the rails.
Well, actually,
he lost everybody at that.
For theory-wise, there's a pretty good theory that the entire Walking Dead series, or the comic books and everything, is all old man Carl telling people about their journey.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a pretty cool concept. Because Carl would be pretty much the only one who would be surviving because he's shown that he's like the fucking that dude can. Fucking
Carl's a gangster.
Yeah, like Carl. If it was my money on regular Rick versus Carl would win.
I would say 4th season Carl versus regular Rick.
Early Carl was early Carl. No,
bitch.
When Carl killed his mom, then
he fucking
when Carl killed his mom, it's pretty awesome, but
and he didn't just kill her. He had a fucking rough moment with his mom.
He had to fucking cut his sister out.
Yeah.
After his mom was a slut and was fucking the Punisher, and
then he had to see his mom naked, and then he had to
see her fucking vagina, which is gonna fucking ruin the kid.
Right, and then he had to kill her.
And then he had to kill her.
Dude, he had a rough.
So not only did he have to see her vagina, but then he had to cut her fucking stomach open.
Right.
And then he had to fucking let me do it. I'm like, this fucking kid, there goes his fucking. And then they're like, Carl's still a kid. I'm like, at that point in time, he's no longer a kid.
No, Carl's a fucking gangster.
That's a fucking savage right there.
Like that dude, take my money.
Yeah, but no, that's a pretty cool theory. But there's another theory that's it's actually it combines 2 shows, and it's Breaking Bad and Walking Dead because in season 2 of Walking Dead, I think it's. What was his name? T-Dog or T-Bone or whatever his name.
T-Dog.
T-Dog gets an infection, and that's when Daryl's like, oh man, he had his brother's
Merle's motorcycle
and had all this antibiotics and shit. And he's like, Merle got he got fucking syphilis and like or gonorrhea or some shit like that. It's like, here, this is from it. But inside you see blue,
like rocks and shit.
Yeah, you see blue crystal.
Okay.
And so you're like, oh shit! But later on, when it's Daryl and Beth, it's when they're together and they're in a funeral home. Actually, no, they're not in a funeral home. It may have been one of the houses. It was during that scene, that time frame
where
they're together, and Daryl's talking about how Merle had a dealer who was a white kid, and they got in a confrontation. He called him bitch, and so it was like Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like,
That's a fucking
so
cool
they have
one.
a pretty cool one, and then also the theory is that people were smoking the fucking Heisenberg fucking meth, and that actually caused the outbreak. That's what caused it. And I'm like, that one's pretty loose, but all the other ones, the fact that they have the blue ice in there, the fact that they have the fucking the bitch line, because it's so subtle. It's not like a fucking Jesse Pinkman was this fucking dealer, but it's like, you know, just the way just because he said he's a white guy, he says bitch, like like. I know it's just a word, but that's a fucking Jesse Pinkman.
Right.
Bitch.
See, I like the super basic theory. The one that makes just more sense than anything is that fucking Rick's still asleep. Just because it's fucking hilarious. It's like it's so simple. Like somebody was like, well, what if he just never fucking woke up? This was just his coma dream. And you're like, it could be. That'd be fucking a great twist. Like on like the last fucking episode, he just wakes up and everybody's like it's just the start of it all, and he's like, "Ah, fuck, gotta do it all again."
The thing is like, because do you remember like the first 2 seasons? They're kind of like, well, you kind of like Shane, but you don't like Shane.
Yeah.
And then you're like, he could be a good dude, but he's really a piece of shit.
He seems like a douchebag, but then he's doing really cool things for Carl.
Like, yeah, he helps out Carl, and then like he's fucking Andrea and shit like that, and you're like, all right, but then he's still raw dogging fucking Lori,
right?
And you're like, all right, this is ridiculous, but no, that's a pretty cool theory. Well, actually, I think one of my favorite Breaking Bad theories is that fucking Heisenberg didn't die, and he went into witness protection, and is Hal from Malcolm
Hal.
in the Middle.
I love that fucking theory because it makes sense.
Or there's another one that Malcolm is Mr. White, that it's later on in life. And
so that's him as he's fucking younger.
Yeah, because you know the theory is that he would look somewhat like his dad.
Yeah,
and that's because he's a fucking genius and all that shit.
That's a fucking good theory too. I like that one.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good one. But I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
I love the fucking Hal theory though, just because that one makes a lot of fucking sense.
That he went in a wit sack.
He's fucking he's fucking gone. He doesn't really like his wife, and a lot of the fucking episodes you see him like they're like that don't fucking make sense together. He's always fucking taking over fucking what's the fucking Malcolm name of the show. Forgot his fucking name. Yeah. I remember Dewey. I can remember that fucking much.
That's fucking funny. That show was funny. It wasn't like the greatest show, I would say, but it was fucking pretty good. Like I would say it was probably, I'd say B+, like a B.
Yeah, I would give it a solid
liked it.
B.
I watched it. It wasn't one that like, if it was like, oh fuck man, I gotta record Malcolm in the Middle. But if it was on and then shit else on, I'd fucking watch it.
I'm trying to think of when I stopped watching. I think it was when the fucking
dude, I don't even remember.
Not the oldest brother, but like the second fucking brother. I can't remember his name. When he went to the fucking army.
Oh, I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, he went into the military. I'm pretty sure.
All I remember is the one lived in Alaska and then got married and then was running a hotel.
That was the oldest brother.
Yeah, I don't know what else happened.
I don't remember any of their names. I remember the young two.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Well, actually, I don't know if I told you about this. There's this. I thought it was legit because I saw it and I was like, God damn it, I got fucking fooled again. But it's on Netflix. It's about this kid who supposedly drew penises all over cars.
Okay.
And like the way that they're hyping it up, the way that the thing was shot, it was kind of like what's it called? Making a Murderer. Did you see that one?
Yes,
on
I
Netflix?
did watch that one.
That shit's fucking. We'll talk about that when we have a little bit more time because that one's so fucking crazy. We could talk about that one for fucking days.
That's one podcast.
That's literally by itself. But this one is shot just like that. So it's like, oh shit, this guy's accused of drawing penises all over cars, and he drew penises on a lot of stuff, and like the tape was deleted of the time. So it shows like 20 minutes before the supposed penises are drawn, and then it shows 5 minutes before the first person sees. So like there's all this missing tape.
Yeah.
So the way that the fucking trailer is cut, you're like, oh shit. But the thing that threw me off was this guy's the person investigating it is like a sophomore in high school. So I was like, that's kind of weird.
Why are they fucking investigating the dick fiend?
But no, but then
town?
like this kid got expelled from school.
Okay.
So, but then he's like, I figured it out. It's not you. Look at the ball hair. And I was like, look at the ball hair.
That's a good fucking...
But no, okay, so fucking Joni puts this shit on, and like she's watching it, and she falls asleep, and I go into the bedroom, and it's still on, and they're like, well, this guy was a witness. He's the one who said he saw this guy, but we think he's a liar because he said he got a hand job from this girl. And then they're fucking investigating a hand job. Like, literally, they're like a CSI. They're like, okay, well, this is where he got the hand job. He got the hand job over here. So, like, okay, could you see the hand job from over here at this cabin? No. Could you see the hand job from over here? And they're like, well, if he would have said he got a blowjob, I wouldn't believe him. But a hand job, that's... I'm like,
oh, my God.
I'm like, what the fuck kind of fake-ass documentary is this?
He doesn't have the talent to get that blowjob.
Like, he couldn't get a hand job.
How long has this documentary been up there? Like, did you see the date on it?
Dude, it's been up there for, like, I think 2 weeks.
Okay, never mind then. Because I was wondering if it was just, like, a simple gag, but in the new season of Archer... which has been out since April, so I don't feel bad about any of this shit right now. But in the new season of Archer, there's a reoccurring gag where he drew a dick onto fucking one of the cars, and he keeps seeing it, and he keeps showing that dick. Oh. And I was wondering if that was just something random or not.
It may be. I just saw this, so it said 2017, so it may have taken place during the same time frame, but I don't think so. But yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, that reminded me, I don't know if anyone else remembers this, but in 2013, I want to say, it was during Shark Week. Yeah. Shark Week had been hyping it up. Fucking Megalodon. They had the Megalodon. Fucking footage of Megalodon. I was like, what? It's a fucking documentary about the Megalodon. They fucking have footage? I'm like, as a kid, I was always like, holy shit, there's no way that thing was real.
Right.
It's a fucking monster. And then I was like, I was hype as fuck for that. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is fake as shit. And I fucking tweeted it. I was like, Discovery Channel, you fucking fake as fuck. And then, like, the next week, they had... 2 weeks before that was mermaids.
I was going to ask, was that the mermaids one?
It was about the same fucking people. Goddamn fake-ass mermaids. They're like, oh, we found this skeleton of a mermaid. That shit looks like some shit you got at a fucking KB Toys.
That one got so many fucking people, though.
Dude, no, that one, people believed it. It was the highest rated thing in the history of Animal Planet.
That thing, I remember, because I was in high school when that fucking mermaids one came out, and I remember hearing people talking about that shit, and I didn't even know what they were talking about at first, but I remember hearing them talk about it, and I'm like, y'all are dumb as hell if you believe that mermaids are some fucking real shit that we have going around.
Yeah, like, they were fucking like, oh, dude, they had a fucking skeleton. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's so full of shit. It's like whenever you go to the fucking, like, the fucking side, like you're driving across, like, you know, Florida, and you see, like, world's smallest horse. And it's like a little toy horse and like a fucking hole, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Why did I stop? Like, why did I stop?
If I have the fucking, it's not expensive, but if I have the fucking money, like, I always do the snake lady one because it's so blatantly fucking fake.
Yeah,
but it's fucking amazing.
Do they still do that? They still do that at
every
the
year.
State Fair?
Every year at the State Fair. It's like
they have that.
I think it's $1.50.
Yeah, they have that thing. It's a tent where they have, like, the world's smallest horse, the snake lady,
feral fucking pigs or some shit like that.
No, it was like pigs with like 9 legs and shit like that.
Some
and it's fake as shit. It's all like, it looks like someone sewed that shit together.
And it's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it is totally worth the money just for the laugh.
I'm not a fan. I mean, I love the North Carolina State Fair. I've been to many a state fair. It's probably one of my favorites because of the fucking food. Like, the food is fucking on point, but those rides are shoddy as
fucking terrifying.
Fuck,
I don't ride them. I refuse to ride them.
I mean, after that fucking Ohio State thing, I'm fucking certainly sworn off them. But I was sworn off the North Carolina State ones 3 years ago when that kid, when those fucking people died. They had they had this ride for everyone who didn't know about it. It was like it was like basically that pendulum style where, like, one part's a rocket ship and the top part's a fucking...
Was it the Fireball?
No, it wasn't a fireball. It wasn't the one that goes around in a circle. It's the one that spins around because it fucking shot them out of it.
Right. No, I remember that. I just couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. All I remember is they fucking shot them out of it and they fucking died.
Yeah, that was a bad fucking time.
I'm sorry. Anything that gets put the fucking together in a day, Dude, that's not fucking safe. Like, I'll ride the slide, and actually, I dislocated my shoulder the one time with Madison on the slide because she went down. Like, we were supposed to go down together and hold hands, but she just took off, and I was like, no, and I reached out for her, and she only weighed like 25 fucking pounds, 30 at most, and she pulled so much momentum, fucking like ripped my god, it dislocated my shoulder. I was like, what the fuck, man?
He's got those bitch shoulders. For
Bitch shoulders.
He doesn't
dude.
work them out.
Yeah, no, it's not shoulder day, but but yeah, dude, I'm fucking. The state fair's in 3 weeks.
I know. I'm super not
I'm
excited.
actually off
believe it or
that
not.
week.
I am not excited. I am not. I love the fair for the food. If I can go to the fair, I want it to be like. There's not even a fucking time where you can really go to the fair and not have that many fucking people there.
God, it's like 1 million fucking people crammed into an area that only fits 1,000.
If there was a day where it was like fucking like in the middle of the day, like a 2 o'clock on a fucking Tuesday in the afternoon, where it wouldn't be that many fucking people, I wouldn't have a problem going.
I'm doing that. I'm gonna go. I might go on my birthday. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
And I might just go then, or I think I might just go then because it's my fucking birthday, dude. I'm like, I'm getting old as fuck. I'm like, let me go get fucking fat real quick. Like, but no, it's I'm excited. Like, it's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna ride any of the fucking rides. You can kiss my fucking
I'm not.
ass for that.
I might ride some of the ones that are super basic, like super simple, but no, like Mindy fucking loves that fucking swing ride.
Oh, dude, fuck that.
And
man.
I rode it one time, and I'm like, nah, fuck this ride.
The last
terrifying
carnival ride I rode was with Xander. It was almost 3 years ago, and it was like one of the like, not like the Whip It ones, or like I can't remember the name of it.
The Scrambler.
It was something like the Scrambler, but this one was like no, it was something like that. But the fucking bar, when the guy pressed it down, something happened, and my nuts got fucking squished so hard. It was like it went ball dick ball somehow, and my god, I thought I was gonna die. Like the whole time, I'm trying not to throw up because I'm in such. Because Joni and I had, it was maybe longer than no. Yeah, maybe longer than I don't know. It was. I think it was 3 years ago. It could be longer. My fucking time frame is fucked up. But I thought I was gonna throw up because it was so much pain. It was so excruciating. I thought I was gonna throw up just from fucking dizziness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, holy shit. I haven't rode a ride since then because I'm like terrified I'm gonna lose my fucking balls.
I understand that. No, that fucking we were on the fucking chair ride, and is it
the one that goes across the state fair?
No, well that one's fucking scary as it is because some lady almost fell off if I remember right. I think she jumped off or some shit. But and that I didn't even want to do that one. But no, I was the swing one. Where you go straight up, you're like sitting on like a swing.
You're sitting on the ground and then it whips you around.
Whipping you the fuck around. Well, obviously it's supposed to get up to speed enough to keep you fucking like keep your swing tight, so you're just swinging in a fucking circle. And I'm looking at her the whole time while my fucking chair is spinning in 3 fucking 60s. Don't know why. I have no clue why. I've been on swing sets my entire life. It's never fucking done that unless I made it do it.
Yeah.
And it might have been user error. Who knows? So I'm fucking spinning in a circle the whole time, like. Not just around, but in a fucking little 360. And you can see me go up and the chain popping back down. Because, like, it's, like, not keeping the fucking chain tight. Like, I'll go up and it'll be, like, give me slack. And they'll slam me back into it. And I'm like, this fucking thing's going to pop. And I'm just going straight to the fucking ground.
I remember it was the Livonia Spree in 2005. We went and they had the UFO ride.
Okay.
The one where you get enclosed.
Yeah.
And you're not being held in by anything except for fucking sheer force.
Yeah, momentum keeping you on the fucking edges.
And a kid threw up in there.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
And it spun around. I wasn't in the ride. I didn't know anyone who was in the ride. We weren't even in line for the ride, but people came screaming out of there. Holy shit.
I understand. I would be super pissed.
I mean, I think I would be to the point where I'd find out who fucking threw up and I'd beat the shit out of them.
I'm gonna fight that kid.
Not even I would be so furious because I just got throw up all over me.
Yeah.
I'd murder that motherfucker.
You'd be fucking like, could you imagine? You're like, who the fuck did it? Be like some little fucking kid. Who's your father? Who brought you here?
Fucking punch the dad every like I threatened to do that to fucking somebody.
Oh my god.
My car had been robbed, and because somebody fucking left the goddamn door wide open. No, someone left the door unlocked.
Yeah.
And my car got, it was a Cobalt, got fucking, GPS got stolen, a bunch of shit got stolen. Like, fucking so much shit. And I'm losing my mind. I was like, it's your fucking fault because you didn't lock the fucking door. And then these people keep fucking looking at me. And this lady starts talking shit. And I was like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to beat the shit out of your husband and look at you the whole fucking time. And then she's like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to fuck him up. Like, just screaming. And everyone like, these people come over to me. And they're like, hey, man, you don't need to go to jail. Your car got robbed. So just call the cops. But don't worry about that asshole down there. And then I'm like, calm down. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use foul language. You know, Madison's crying. I'm like, I apologize. I'm not, you know, I just don't appreciate, you know, people thinking that, you know, I'm this piece of shit. And this guy starts walking down here. I'm like, you fucking walk back there, motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then the cops come. And they're like, did you threaten to kill him? I was like, no. I fucking told him that if he kept on talking his mouth, we were gonna fight. He's like, you said you tried to kill him. I was like, are you threatening to kill him? I was like, no threats were made. He's like, no threats? I was like, no. Promises, but no threats. And he's like, what do you mean promises? I'm like, if he came down here, I was going to fight him. He's like, oh, okay. I thought you promised to kill him. I was like, no. Like, in my head, I was like, fuck yeah, I did. I
did all that shit.
I was going to fucking kill that motherfucker. My goddamn bare hands.
Oh my god.
I got the bare hands in the trunk. They didn't get the bare hands. But, but yeah, that's I don't know. Like, everyone, like, I get a lot of people asking me now if I got fucking anger problems. I'm like, no, I don't have anger problems. I'm like, you threatened to fuck a guy. I was like, yeah, you have a lot of stories of, like, you fighting people. I'm like, no. There's a lot of, I've only fought, like, really a handful of people. Like, 30.
I think it just fucking comes with the last name.
No, honestly, I think it's more so that because when I do lose my fucking mind, it's so crazy over the top that it just is, it's like a fucking story. Like, you remember Tucker Max?
Yeah.
Fucking if anyone that hasn't read it, it's Tucker Mack's most famous book. I hope they serve beer in hell. When I read that book, I was like, dude, that's my fucking life. Like, I could write a goddamn book with all my fucking crazy stories. Like, it's none of that shit's like, it's to the point where it's like not unbelievable.
Right.
Like, because I've seen shit like that. I've seen guys throw strippers off fucking stages. Like, that shit's fucking amazing. I've seen it more than once, which is fucking ridiculous. But yeah, no, like, I think, yeah, that's the first time I ever told a cop I was gonna fucking beat the shit out of somebody.
I don't think I've ever done that. No,
me and cops actually, you know, outside of a few instances, we usually get along pretty well because I always like. Man, I get straight up white customer voice on him. So how's it going, officer? How can I help you out today? Yeah, well, you know, I unfortunately the missus left the car unlocked, and I just kind of lost my temper. You know how it gets. So, where are you from? Oh yeah, I know someone from there. Well, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to relate.
You got to know somebody from everywhere.
I'm like, hey man, I know someone from fucking Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, that place is shithole, ain't it? Yeah, man, fuck that place.
Could you imagine? It's like, oh, where are you from? North Dakota. Ah, fuck.
Man, Bismarck is my fucking town, son. How about that Carson Wentz, man? Fucking North Dakota State. What? But yeah, no, I can fucking do it, dude. Rattle them off, man. But no. So guys, we are still planning on recording another episode for Sweet Ass International Podcast Day. What? Worldwide? Yeah. We're excited. That's gonna be coming your way. Like we had talked about before, we do have some pretty cool shit in the works. I'm telling you, it's going to be coming your way. So we don't, like I said before, we don't want to go too much into detail. We like to be vague. Like, the more vague, the better. But some pretty cool shit. But you can follow us in our sweet-ass fucking tweets at Pssh I don't know. That's Pssh IDK. You can also follow us on the Facebook at facebook.com/Pssh I don't know. And on the Instaface at Pssh I don't know podcast. We are still working on the website. Yep. It is still a fucking work in progress, but you can see our sweet ass white background fucking dope ass website at pshidontknow.com. And you can also email us directly if you have any questions, concerns. You want to book me for a fucking stripper party, whatever you want to do. You can email me at mikey@pshidontknow.com or mark@pshidontknow.com. But yeah, appreciate all the appreciate all you guys listening to us, spreading the fucking fantastic word that is Pssh I don't know. And yeah, we appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.